everybody, Shane back with you from Guitar Work. Welcome back. The first in a new series called Scales, Etc. This is probably the most useful scale in my mind anyway. This is the E blues scale, and it'll come in a couple of different positions. We'll go through it slowly. If you already know this, you could either skip ahead, just make sure you've caught everything on this particular video. But there also in the description there will be a link to another video in the lead guitar series, the second one, that's going to use this scale and come up with a whole bunch of different lead ideas. So you may want to, if you know the scale already, you can skip ahead to that, no problem at all. But thanks for coming back. Again, Shane here with you from Guitar at Work. And thanks for subscribing and all of that, and lots of great suggestions for lead guitar stuff. So it's really, really cool to be doing it. So you can do what we're doing here today on your acoustic guitar. It does not have to be electric. As you can see, I'm on the electric guitar here now, but it does not have to be an electric guitar. We're not doing anything specific to the electric guitar. So here we go. And as always, go and get the sheets, shanesimpson.com. Go and get the sheets. There'll be a folder called Scales, Etc. Go get that sheet. It's got the diagram of all the scales we'll be talking about, so that you don't have to just memorize it as you're watching the video. Really important you have that. There's nothing to sign up for, anything like that. Just go and download it. shanesimpson.com, and you'll see free downloads there. We're going to start out. Here we go. Low E string. Boom. You're going to hear that guy there, the low E string. And let me give you an idea where we're going with this. Let me play the scale all the way through. I'm going to go. And then what goes up must come down. And we're going to slow it way down. Don't worry about that. We'll go through it one note at a time. I'm also going to introduce you to something that I call the extension, that I've heard called the extension, which is when we exit that particular position and then head on up this way to extend the scale a little bit. It all looks very complicated, but again, we'll go through it very, very slowly. And so you have some idea where we're going with this. Let me put a little E blues shuffle in the loop station here, and I'll play over top. You'll see what I mean. 1, 2, 3. Here's a E shuffle. Now, if I play that scale over top of that, sounds pretty decent. Yeah, so you can use it to improvise. It's also used a lot when you're just playing basic fills in between chords and stuff. So because of its proximity to where we play a lot of our open chords, very, very important scale to have. So that's a little bit of a look ahead as to why you might want to learn scales. They're really good for your technique too. A couple of things about right arm stuff. Hopefully when you need detail with a pick, you're resting that right arm down here on the bridge. Just bolt them down there on the bridge. Your bridge may look different than mine, doesn't matter. I'm going to call that the heel of your hand, that part right there, and just lay them down like that. That way the pick stroke's going to emanate from the wrist as opposed to coming from the arm. So your primary rest here just below your elbow, and then you're resting there and just lock them right down like that. Don't worry about picking down up right at first. All downs is fine just till you memorize the scale. Then you can start thinking about cross picking, which is down, up, down, up. So let's jump right into the scale very, very slowly here. You've got your sheet, and the lowest available note, you're going to see a circle, which is representing the open E string, the low E string. So just that guy there, open E, boom. And then I'm going to go to the 3rd fret of that very same string. There we go. Now a good rule in this particular position is 3rd fret, 3rd finger. There's other things you can do, but for now let's stick with that. You'll see the number 3 written over top of that dot. So we've got so far on the low E, open E, and then the 3rd fret on the open E, on the E string, open A next, and then you're going to see a bracketed note. We'll talk about that. 1st fret, and then 2nd fret. Let's backtrack a little bit here. We've got open E, we've got 3rd fret, open A, 1st fret on the A string, and 2nd fret on the A string. Boom. The bracketed note, let's talk briefly about that. The bracketed note is the official blue note, which makes it the blues scale. And don't let the name of the scale fool you. It's called a blues scale, but it's used in everything from rock, jazz, country, folk, whatever. It's just called the blues scale. If you do not play that bracketed note, it's called the pentatonic minor scale. Pentatonic minor. Don't let all that confuse you. You may as well put that blue note in. It's a gorgeous sounding note. You can't sit on it for very long because it does want to go one way or the other. It doesn't want to stay there, but it wants to move, the passing note, so to speak. So here it is again. Top, low E, 3rd fret, open A, 1st fret, 2nd fret, open D now, and then 2nd fret on the D string, open G, 2nd fret of the G string, and here's another bracketed note, 3rd fret of the G string. That's your blue note. Now he's dying to go to the open B, and then 3rd fret of the B string, high E open, and then 3rd fret of the high E there. There we go. So slowly ascending one more time. We've got open E, 3rd fret, open A, 1st fret, on the A, 2nd fret, open D, 2nd fret D string, open G, 2nd fret G string, 3rd fret G string, open B, and 3rd fret B string, high E open, and then 3rd fret. Now descending, just literally do the opposite. I'm going to start here on the 3rd fret of the high E, open, 3rd fret B string, open, 3rd fret G string, middle finger, 2nd fret, G string, open G, D string, 2nd fret, open D string, 2nd fret A string, 1st fret A string, open A, and 3rd fret low E, and open E. There we go. So you may want to stop tape right there if that is new to you. Stop tape, it's perfectly reasonable to just slowly go through that. You're going to miss stuff. You're going to miss stuff with your right hand. You're going to miss stuff with the left hand. The idea is to memorize that so you can kind of take a look at your hands, one or the other, to get the hang of things, you know. There we go. And just for musicality's sake, watch out for this kind of sound. I'll exaggerate. Watch out for this. That staccato sound. Unless you're going for that, you want to be able to connect these notes. If you practice your scales enough, you're going to find your chords get better, just your overall tone gets better. So there's no audible end to the previous note before the next note begins. In other words, timing-wise, 0, open there, 3. We're not hearing the open E end before we hit that 3rd fret. So as smooth as you can, legato. So again, it's all in the timing between the left and right hands. Again, descending. There we go. Again, so that's often referred to as box 1, and a box just means shape. Shape 1 or box 1 of E blues. Pretty much everyone agrees that that is your kind of meat and potatoes box. It certainly is the most user-friendly, I think you're going to find. Now you've got this sheet of paper here. That was on the left side. That was the first neck map, we call it. To go to the middle one now, and you're going to see what I've called the extension. I've heard other people refer to it as the extension. We'll talk further about that in other scale series. That begins here. I'm going to start 2nd fret of the G string, 2nd fret, with my 1st finger. Notice that, and I've written a 1 over top of that. So we're breaking our rule of 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 1st fret, 1st finger, all that good stuff. But we're in a different position now. So here it is here. The extension, 2nd fret, G string, 3rd fret, 4th fret. There we go. I'm going to do that again. 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret. There we go. Now I'm going to tuck under here. I got to go to the 3rd fret of the B string with my 1st finger. And here's my ring finger here going to the 5th fret of the B string. 1st finger, 3rd fret of the high E, and 3rd finger, 5th fret of the high E. And here's your bracketed note, your blue note, as your pinky. He's dying just to get off of there, and then back we go. 5th fret, 3rd fret, and here's my 5th fret B string, 3rd fret B string, and here I'm going to use my ring finger on the 4th fret of the G string, 2nd finger, 3rd fret of the G string, and 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G. That's a lot to swallow there. So again, that make good use of those sheets. It's about as slow as we can go here in the video, so we're going to do that again. Here's extension. We're going 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger. Now I'm going to tuck under here, and you go to the first finger, 3rd fret of the B string. There's your 5th fret and 3rd fret there. Again, high E, and 3rd finger, 5th fret. Here's your pinky. There we go. So descending again. Good, that's the extension all by itself. Now the idea is we're going to mix that first one, the box 1 in E blues, the very first one we did there. We're going to mix that with the extension. There we go. So the 3rd neck map, if you head to the right, and again, you may have to stop tape there, get that extension together. Maybe don't expect to swallow this all in one bite. So now we combine them. I'm going to start with what we started with here first today, open E, E blues scale. You're on that 3rd neck map there. Second, you know it. Now here, I'm going to commit to that extension. 1st finger there, 2nd finger there, 3rd finger, tuck it under here, 1st finger, tuck it under, and then ring finger, 5th fret, 1st finger, 3rd fret, ring finger, 5th fret, pinky. And I'm descending. Ring finger. Now I'm in box 1 again. Good. Let me talk about that again. Here again, just to sum things up here, we've got box 1. First thing we did, first neck map. Okay, and now the extension, second neck map. And then we combine them. Third neck map. Here it comes. Descending as well. There we go, I'll play an E chord at the end of that. Yeah, so that's an awful lot. Again, stop tape, rewind as many times as you need to get that. But remember, everybody has to kind of sit in woodshed on that, as they call it. Practice up and down, just till you know it really, really well. So again, stop tape there if that's giving you trouble or if it's new to you, and then practice away. It wouldn't surprise if it takes a week or to get that under your belt kind of thing. The guitar repeats, whether you notice or not, the guitar repeats every 12 frets. You'll usually see a double dot on your guitar there at the 12th fret. That 12th fret is the same note as the open string. So there's an E, and then 12th fret is also an E, but we call it up the octave. It's a higher E, as you may hear, low E, and it's a higher E here at the 12th fret. The cool thing about the guitar is it repeats every 12 frets. So if I take box 1 that we did down here, and if I add 12 to each of those notes, add 12, meaning this started on the open string, so it's now going to start on the 12th fret. And then it went to the 3rd fret, so that's going to be 15. 12 plus 3, 15. So you get that. Now you'll see a picture of that scale. This is a very, very important scale. You'll see a picture of him toward the bottom of the first neck map, if that's helping you at all. And we're getting 12, 15, first and pinky. You'll see numbers beside, those are finger numbers. Again, 12, 15, and then 12, 13, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 15, 12, 15, 12, 15. And descending, it's going to go 15, 12, 15, 12, 15, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 13, 12, 15, 12. That is the E blues scale, box 1 up the octave. It's a lot to keep track of, I realize. Just know that it is exactly the same thing as this that we did down here in the open position. That guy there, it's the same as him, but 12 frets higher, okay? So what used to be an open string down here is now the 12th fret. So we get this, 12, really slowly, there you go. Descending. There we go. Now in the second neck map toward the bottom, you're going to see the extension up the octave. Now that's going to start on 14. We're getting high up there, getting way up there. Here's 14, 15, 16. Here's 15. We're tucking under with the first finger on 15 of the B string. There's 17 of the B. 15 of the high E, 17 of the high E, and 18. There we go. And backwards, pinky, ring finger. And there's your first finger. Now here's 17, B string. Here's 15, B string. And I'm going to go ring finger on the G string at the 16th fret, middle finger on the 15th, and first finger on the 14th. That's a mouthful. So I do that again slowly. Tuck under, first finger. And then good, that's your extension, exactly 12 frets higher than we found it down here. Same thing as this. Like that. Now in the third neck map, as we did before, we'll combine them. So we'll start here, box 1 here, 12th fret, walking up. Now at the G string, I'm now going to drag that first finger up to the 14th fret. and backwards. Down I go. So you just lengthen your scale a little bit, that's all. There we go. Again, stop tape, and I hope that diagram helps you now that you know how to read it. I wouldn't expect you to get that just from watching on a video for 5 minutes. So turn tape off and do what you can. Just mindless repetition. Throw a movie on and just up and down. You're going to miss notes once in a while. Doesn't matter. There you go. Try to nail it. Try to use the same fingering every time. That'll help cement it in your head for sure. And for now, you can go on YouTube and find an E-blues backing track. There's millions of them out there. Some of them are really, really good and they're free. Just put that on and put the scale over top. So if I did this here, as you remember, I have a little E-blues shuffle going on there. It's just more fun to practice always. So here's my E-blues box 1 down here. Extension. Combined. Third neck map. There we go. Up the octave. 12th fret. First neck map. E-blues. Box 1. Extension. 14. Tuck. Combining them, box 1. Extension. There we go. You can have tons of fun with that. And if you have that, put a little attitude into it, it sounds a little bit more musical. So here's a neat example. Here's a scale descending, box 1. Cool, sounds all right. But if I put a little pauses and breaks in there, a little punctuation, same order. Ascend. Just put little pauses. Make all the right faces. Voila, lead guitar. Yeah, I hope you have fun with that. Now that's an introduction to blues scales, and if they were new to you, I know it's a lot to swallow right there. So go over and over and over again. And again, if they were not new to you and that drove you crazy, then there's a description. In the description, there'll be a link to some lead ideas in E, which is from our lead guitar series, video number 2 in that series. Working hard to try to look at different levels. Those are just brand new to, and those that have some lead guitar experience. So go up and down that, have some fun with it, and we'll see you in the next video. Lots more scale stuff to come. Scales are important, okay? We'll see you soon. Bye.